Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a very special video. Now, I would want to upload this on the main channel, but the problem is I started the DBZ movie retrospective, and it's just gonna basically ruin the channel layout. And while yes, this is more of a second channel type of content, I thought it deserved to be main channel, but we're gonna make it second channel anyways, simply to not disrupt the flow. But I do appreciate it ever so much. So before we begin, thank you all so much to Wood Justice for his contribution in this. He's the one that brought this to me. I would say his real name, but I just want to keep his, identity hidden, for his own privacy. But yeah, thank you so much for this, dude. This is unreal, absolutely unreal. Your generosity is honestly absolutely, it's just incredible. It's so very much appreciated. So yeah, let's just begin. I'm gonna turn the camera and I'm gonna point it down. So as you can see here, just excuse the light clothing as well. It's really hot today. So as you can see, we have a bag for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now if we turn it around, it's also FF7 original, which is kind of cool. I think that's really cute. But the contents of this bag is what matters the most. So if I slowly just drop the bag, the Final Fantasy VII Remake's original soundtrack special edition. Now this is obviously the first run, as these things didn't release all that long ago. And this is the Japan import, I believe. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into this because I'm super excited to see what's inside this and what it looks like. So on the front we have this electric de chocobo thing. It looks like a notepad. I think it's what a notepad anyways. I'm going to try and peel it off without causing much damage. I know it's only in a wrapper at the moment, but I'd rather keep it as intact as possible because this thing's pretty precious. Right, there we go. So it does appear to be a notepad by the looks of things. Yeah, here we go. It's just one of those peel things. Yeah, it's a electric de chocobo notepad, which says Final Fantasy VII Remake original soundtrack on every individual page. Now, I don't think I'm going to use this ever. I'll probably just keep it in my wardrobe. I probably shouldn't have opened it, to be honest, but I shouldn't open this either. But I really want to see what's inside it and stuff. But like, obviously you can't see it, the camera's a bit shy and blurry, but this the text here says Final Fantasy VII Remake original soundtrack. So that's pretty cool. I actually quite like that. It's kind of dope, a nice little addition. I don't think that came with the English versions, but I am not sure. But anyways, oh, that's awesome! Like, the binder itself that it's kept in is a Buster Sword, and if you look at it here in the materia slot, there's actually like a little crystal, or like a reflective crystal that looks like materia that's emitting mark or something from it. That's really cool. Like, the entire thing's got a nice little glow to it. That's really cool. But anyways, let's take it out. I'm going to keep this seal, actually, and I'm going to put it back in the seal when I'm finished. But yeah, dude, yeah, it is. It's like a gem. That's so cool. That is really cool. It's a really big binder. It's not a binder, actually. It's a case. Oh, look at the spine. It's the meteor. That's so cool. That's awesome. Right, how do I want to open this without damaging it at all? Oh, do I open it from the back? Yeah, it just pops out. Oh, there we go. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, so, oh, it smells nice. That's a weird thing. That's a really weird thing to say. But here's like the little Marco crystal thing that I was talking about. I don't want anything to fall out. But yeah, here's like the little. Yeah, that is definitely like a crystal. That's cool. That's really cool. So opening it up, we reveal an image of, the promotional art for the game, and here we have every single CD. Final Fantasy VII original soundtrack special edit. Dude, I don't want to take them out. I want to keep them in here forever. Like the discs, like, you can't see it because of the camera again, but the discs at the bottom, obviously they say like compact disc and then the Square Enix music logo. But it also has VII and the meteor on it, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, does this slide out? Oh no, it is stuck to the bottom. It just feels like it slides out. Right, with you. So you can move it though. Then here we have number 2, which is a nice shade of dark blue, which I'd imagine represents Tifa, because Tifa's art for the game was like a dark blue colour. The first one was probably Clouds then. This one is yellow. Actually, no, this could be Tifa as well. There's a yellow one for number 3. A purple one for number 4. Red one for number 5. That's most likely Nanaki or Barrett. It's like a turquoise one for number 6. Grey for number 7. That's Sephiroth. Oh my god, there's like a poster in the back. Yo, what is this? Holy shit! Right, before I do anything with this, I'm gonna hold this up. There's like an etching. Look at that. Wait, you can't really see that much, but there's an etching into the back of this with the meteor, and also what's that in the back? That's the Buster Sword and the Masamune. This was a faceplate for Japanese PS4 Slims. That's pretty cool, but I want to see what these are. I'd imagine, are these like fold outs? Let's just close that up. Move it over here. So this thing, it's got Midgar on the front of it and on the back of it. Oh, it's like a credits book. Oh, okay. So if you were to open it and hold it out like this, it shows you Midgar. That's cool. So I'm gonna try and read it out. Final Fantasy VII Remake special soundtrack. Oh, it's track list. That's the track list. Okay, and each comes with art. So tracks 1 to 20 starts with Bombing Mission and goes to the main theme of Sector 7. Then you have Aerith, the bombing mission, the train section, and then after the bombing mission with Jessie, with Disc 2 starting with Avalanche's theme and ending with New Operation. You have Clink starting with Marco Reactor 5, ending with Waka Box. So I'd imagine this is the track with the Airbuster on it. It's got Hollow Skies, yeah, the Airbuster and Crab Water, and 2 of my favourite songs in the whole game, right in the same CD. That's awesome. Disc 4 shows you Wall Market and the Train Graveyard, as well as Tifa in the Bar. Starting with Midnight Rendezvous, ending with Smash and Rip 'em, which is a fantastic song. Disc 5 shows you Walmart. Starting with Abzu, another great track. Going to 23, which is Rematch Atop the Pillar. Oh, that hit hard. Then you've got the Shinra building, President Shinra himself, Heidegger, and Sephiroth. So apologies again for the camera, guys. Number 1 is Return to the Planet, and then 25's Final Experiment. Disc 7, featuring our boy Sephiroth, of course. Songs with Trail of Blood, and then the end song is Credits. And then you've got, you know, like Hollow, 7 Seconds Till the End, One Winged Angel, and Waiting Cloud. Oh yes, here we go. Final Fantasy VII Remake, a legend even before its birth. That is great. That's a great little quote there with Cloud and Sephiroth. Oh, here we got lyrics as well for Run 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 Stand Up. I didn't even know they had lyrics. I know there's Hollow that has lyrics. That's a great track. There's the Japanese jukebox version for Stamp, global jukebox Stamp. Oh yes, that's the Stamp. Midgar Blues. There we go. The quiet plucking of strings as wisps of narco linger in the air. A young woman's face fades into view as the melody rises. I know what this is. The camera pulls back and climbs higher and higher to reveal a massive city glittering with light and life. And then, as if in its response, the music swells. The powerful moment, one none of us will ever forget, has been reborn, has been recreated for a new era with realistic graphics and rich, incredible sound. Under the guidance of oh god, I'm going to butcher these names. Keiji Kawamori and Square Enix's sound team, our arrangers have provided a fresh, invigorating interpretation of Nobuo Uematsu's beloved melodies. For our new songs, we turned to 2 of our most trusted composers, Masahashi Hamazura and oh god, I'm bad at this. Mitsuto Suzuki. I can't read. Hamazu's sweeping score brought gravities to the world, while Suzuki's intense, challenging music infused the title with energy. However, in addition to its original music, we also include an all-new theme song, Hollow. Yoshi's powerful vocals and Numatsu's emotional melody work in concrete to create a window into a certain mercenary's heart. Oh, that's nice. Our wonderful composers and arrangers have created a beautiful music backdrop against which we can retell the story, a new tale that we hope you'll remember forever. Yes, I definitely will. And then you have the game's promotional art that we saw all the way back in 2015. Jesus. That's before Sephiroth was redesigned. Then we have Cloud on the Daytona, which is the Playout's Kai figure, but has been re-rendered to look like an actual render, if that makes sense. Music is something that sticks with you, so I'm sure players who experience the original Final Fantasy VII will be immediately transported back to their first playthrough when listening to FF7 remake arrangements. Yeah, that was one of the first things that really got me going in this game. In fact, one of the first things I noticed after the demo was released was how quickly everyone commented on the music. Oh yeah, easily. Even players who had never touched Final Fantasy VII mentioned the songs first before anything else. Responses like those proved to me how powerful music can be, and that these songs will have a lasting impact like its originals before it. Amidst all the memorable songs, there's also the theme song Hollow, which is meant to be a window into Cloud's mind. Because I thought it was something to do with Cloud. Like Bloody and Bruised brought to mind these sounds like the ending of Crisis Core a little bit. Because of that, we wanted a male vocalist experiencing rock and roll, and for lyrics to be in English and in an international language. The song itself is meant to evoke images of a man standing alone in the rain, the cracked earth returning to life as the storm around it eventually clears to reveal boundless horizons where a new journey awaits. That is the end of Crisis Core. I fucking knew it. Oh yes. Is there anything else I need to say? This is sick. I believe that the most important thing to consider when writing a song for a game is who, in what situation, in what state of mind. That's actually a good point. If you factor in too much information, you'll get hung up on this and that detail, and you won't be able to make any real progress when that happens. I tried to boil it down to a single key phrase that encapsulates what it is I want to express. Cloud in the rain, lost in thought. That was the image I settled on in the end, which is right. The struggle of a man trying to escape a destiny he ultimately cannot, a man standing outside himself, looking in, despairing that he is powerless alone, and searching for a way forward, frustrated and desperate. That is literally just Crisis Core's ending. I chose the C11th chord to capture the complexity and insecurity of someone unable to let his guard down, though it was Yosh, with his raw, powerful vocals, who gave voice to that Cloud standing quietly in the rain, but howling in his heart. That's actually nice. Oh, best girl. Everyone's favourite girl. Oh, okay. So this is a quote from Yosh, the vocalist from Hollow. I'm usually singing with my band members from Survive, said the Prophet. Just for the quick edit. So this is directly from Yosh, the singer of Hollow. I'm usually singing with my band members from Survive, said the Prophet, and this experience helped me realise I put myself in my own comfort zone. This opportunity helped me face myself as an individual, and words cannot describe how thankful I am for a chance to grow. I like that. That's nice. Oh, here we go. We have Barrett and Marlene. There's got a lot of reading. I didn't expect to be reading today. I'll say that much. Nearly a quarter century ago. A quarter of a century already, Jesus. I practically got my start in the video game industry with Final Fantasy VII. Okay, this is from Hamauzu. Oh, I've been saying his name wrong, sorry. At the time, I didn't do much except help out with the chorus, but it was a good stepping stone as later I'd come to work on Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XIII with Yoshinori Kitase and Motomu Toriyama. And that confused me then. Funny that the three of us ended up back together on a project like this. Truth be told, I wasn't entirely sure how I feel about working on Final Fantasy VII Remake. For me, the Final Fantasy series was a part of my youth, so it felt like I'd be turning back the clock on my life, like I'd be time travelling. But having Kitase and Toriyama approach me and Nobuo Matsu put my name forward, I knew I had to take up the gauge. This was a chance to give back through my music, which was something I'd never experienced before. As for the game, it presented an interesting challenge. The way its music seamlessly transitioned depending on the context meant tempo and key changes were often restricted. And because of that, so too was my ability to express the vast world I created in my head. That system was my final boss, if you will, but in the end I think I managed to conquer the beast, and while tackling a Final Fantasy title is always a Herculean task, it's always a task worth tackling. That's nice. I like how we're getting like little interviews with everyone who worked on the soundtracks. Like I think this is really nice, because obviously it's not easy to work on a soundtrack like this. The guy with spiky hair and the big sword. Even my son, who'd only just gotten into gaming, seemed to have heard of Cloud somehow. So when I asked him, "What kind of sounds do you think what kind of sounds do you think you'd hear in that world?" He grabbed these sticks he'd taken from a riverbed and banged them together. "This sound," he declared, dueling buster swords in combat. Watching him, I remembered how, when I was a kid, I used to mimic lightsaber effects when I fought with my friends. This is cute, dude. Practicing sounds, ambient audio, and background music is an exercise in imagining what you'd hear in another world and creating it. While there's obviously the objective of deepening a player's immersion, there's also an element of striving to convey something without words, something that transcends limitations and helps express a vision. The voguing dance-off between Cloud and Andrea, for example, that led me to the sounds of a future I certainly didn't see coming. It's a whole new creation, I can never say this word, accumulation, there we go, I did that kind of well, an extension of everything that came before, and together with many others, we remade the sound of this world. 7 discs plus one with a special edit version worth of music that I hope you'll enjoy. So where's disc 8 then? Oh, it might be in that other folder that we got. Oh, I always love this art. This art is so good. It's a shame we never got to see it actually in the game, and it is kind of like a alluding to part 2. But I can't wait to see that scene, dude. This is from Keiji Kawamori, I think that says. "First of all, thank you so much for your purchase. We kept several objectives in mind when creating the music for this remake, one of which was the importance of the music changing or switching to a different arrangement in response to the player's actions. At the beginning of development, we first deliberated whether we should have the music play continuously as it did in the original, or if, in light of how other aspects of the game, visual, dialogue effects, etc., had become so much more realistic, we should instead use music more sparingly in key moments for the story. For the Sector 8 play, Marco Reactor 1, and so it's Sector 7 play, not Sector 8, I think. It's Sector 7 that drops, maybe, unless they're referring to after the bombing, Marco Reactor 1 and so forth. We picked out a number of spots. There was a lot of trial and error. Eventually, though, we settled on an approach in which music would usually play continuously, but change seamlessly to match and reflect changing situations as well as the player's behaviour and emotional experience. Yeah, so this is definitely referring to Chapter 1 and 2. So everyone, did you notice the music changing as you play the game? Oh yeah, easy. Of course, while I know some of you have already cleared it, I'm sure others have yet to even start. To those who have yet to complete their journey, I invite you to try not to think too much about what I just said, and instead simply enjoy the music, new and old, as you experience Midgar. And if, when you do come curious about the system I described, try listening to the songs on the soundtrack or in-game again, and see if you can discover how they change. Alright. And these are every single this is every single contribution to the soundtrack in not only the music section, so like arrangements and stuff, but also instruments played. So viola, whatever that says, contrabass, string, second violin, trumpet, horn. There's a lot of contributions in this soundtrack. It goes on for 2 pages, 3 pages. Jesus, 3 pages. Oh, and then you've got the promotional thing at the end, which is a PS4 dynamic theme. That looks nice. I like that. And then at the end, it says Final Fantasy VII Remake in the same style that the Japanese box art is. That's really nice. I love that so much. Just listening to everyone who worked on the soundtrack express what they thought of it and how, the different directions that they took. But now we open this thing, which this is disc 8. Here we go. Yeah, so I thought this would be disc 8. So it's got a big meter on it, and on the inside you've got the jukebox CD. Yeah, so this is every single collectible disc in the game, which you can get to 100% the game for the platinum trophy, and also you know, just listen to in your own time. So so obviously it's got every single song inside it with global and Japanese versions for songs that have you know, lyrics in them. So that's pretty fucking dope, I must say. I've just realised the packaging and the way the disc looks is in the shape of what you'd put into a jukebox. That is genius. That is absolute pure genius. Whoever came up with that, you're an absolute genius. That's great. That is fucking great, dude. I'm gonna keep that in its packaging. Close it up. Take back the booklet of, you know, thanks and stuff. Put them in here. As so. Have you found them? I'm gonna move these over. Close it up. Wait, is there something on the back of this? No. Okay. I want to try and get it as central as possible. Oh, even the Mako particles have like a texture to them. That's nice. Still not very centered. I don't think I'm ever going to get that perfect again. Oh no. No. Right, maybe if I push it against me. It's close. It needs to be like up a little more. No, it needs to be to the right. There we go. And that concludes the unboxing of the FF7 Remake Soundtrack Special Edit Edition. First run import from Japan. I expected it all to be written in Japanese, considering it was an import from Japan. But no, it's actually internationally read, so that's kind of nice. But it does have obviously Japanese text to substitute, you know, for those who don't speak English in Japanese. In Japan, sorry, not Japanese. So yeah, that has been it for the unboxing. Again, very special thank you to my good friend Woodjustice for funding this and also bringing it to me. It was an unexpected gift, and I'm very, very grateful for it. Thank you very much, dude. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking this up or the originals edition, which is releasing next month, I believe. Let me know if you're going to be picking up either of them. And yeah, I'll talk to you all in the next one. Take care and peace out.